And the first one would be the future technology for the telemedicine. And this section is it's allotted, each paper allotted 15 minutes and 5 minutes for the further question and answer. And the chairperson is Ms. Riko Kudo from the Telemedicine Kyushu University Hospital, and the Professor Akta
つながってます。
Jagaoki,
で、私が、
head of the Department of the Oral Biology at the Airlangga University, Indonesia.
Okay. Hello, Professor Akusa. Dr. Akusa, are you there?
結構ありますから、だから両方出した方が絶対いい。
Can you turn on your camera?
あ、それもできるんですか？ここに出てるのを、ほんまに共有できます。あ、そうですか。じゃあ、ちょっと
So, Professor, Dr. Akusa,
この画面そのまま共有ができる。
are you there?
でもこっちに一回行ってるんだ。
If you are there, please turn on your camera.
ズーム切っちゃいます。
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
はい。はい。ちょっと待って。
Okay, so welcome to the session of future technology for telemedicine. In this session, we focus the new technology, recent technology, or future technology, in especially the 3D computer graphics area, such as virtual reality or metaverse, and hopefully we will discuss or get knowledge about the recent or future technology for collaboration with telemedicine. And as you know, the 3D computer graphics can create the space in the virtual world, and it can create a variety of things visually in the virtual space, including yourself or your circumstance. And this kind of 3D computer graphics is very good collaboration with online technology, and we can communicate well using this platform. So today we have the three variety of speakers in this field. So the first speaker is Dr. Hirofumi Seo. So he is the only medical doctor I know who can make and develop computer graphics. And he graduated from Tokyo University Faculty of Medicine, and one of his famous work is Professor Osumi's Nobel Prize lecture, who showed the mechanism, he discovered the mechanism of autophagy. So today he will make present about his system, Beautify. So this system is not really directly connected to the telemedicine, but it can visualize a medical image such as CT or MRI. So yeah, really amazing system. So yeah, please, Dr. Seo, mic is yours.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me to this symposium today. I'm Hirofumi Seo. I think I'm the only person, both the MD and engineer are tagged in this pamphlet today. Yeah. I'm the only person, I think. Yeah. First, there is a strong COI because I'm running my own company. Yeah. And I have 100% shareholding. Yeah. But yeah, but anyway, this is the topic. It's not so special for visualizing CT or MRI at 3D CG, something like this. And this is just the result of Google image search of CT 3D reconstruction or something like that. And I'm not I don't want to discuss the each disease today, but what I'd like to know is what do you think about these 3D CG images? Someone said this is really beautiful, or this kind of 3D CG helps to understand the 3D CG, the internal organ structure directly, or something like that. But when I was a resident, I thought it looks too out of fashion and moves too slowly. Not beautiful at all. Not beautiful at all. Yeah, you are laughing too much. Yeah, the reason is that both two are real-time 3D CG game. This high quality rendering is possible with only $500 gaming console. And I don't know if you know these, but these are not movie. These are both real-time rendered 3D CG game. Yeah, and this kind of rendering is possible with 4,000 or 5,000 gaming PC. And this, yeah. These are typical maker software all over the world, and the cost is, yeah, really expensive, but the quality is very low. Yeah, and I think this kind of medical fields are now focusing on something like AI based image analysis or simulation or something like that. Yeah, and yes, and I agree that this kind of image analysis is really important for medicine, but medical doctors cannot understand the result directly if they see the results numerical values. The visualization is always required for understanding this kind of image analysis. So I think the rendering is very important, but they are not focusing on the quality of the 3D CG. Yeah. So I think this is a typical 3D CG that you always see in hospitals. And I would like to show you the changes if I apply some visualization techniques in the entertainment industry to medical CG. And actually, this is a case of Tauzi-Hibin, one of the congenital heart disease, double outlet right ventricle DORV case of day one patient, day one baby. Yeah. First, I apply skylight instead of one directional light. So in this image, the light is all around, instead of one directional light. But if the skylight is applied, it's bright too much. So next, I apply shade and shade. Something like that. This, but this time the image is rather too dark. So I adjust the intensity of the skylight, something like that, and then adjust material attribute, something like reflection or something like that. And finally, when I apply some color gradings, the difference is very slight, but this and this, but the final adjustment of color grading is very important for this kind of a beautiful 3D CG rendering. This and this, and this. these two are the shape of the 3D CGs are exactly the same, but the quality of the 3D CG is very, very different. With the left image, it's very, very difficult to detect there are three broad-based branches here, but with this right image, everyone can detect there are one extra broad-based branch here. And these are more complex. With the right image, you can easily see there are two papillary masses here, but with this image, it's very difficult or maybe impossible to detect the structure. But the problem is that it's meaningless if it cannot be done in real time. So I make it my own. And this is a real-time demo of my software. What is required is that just a sequence of DICOM images. In this case, there are 480 DICOM images here, and no pre-processing or post-processing is required. And start my program and specify the folder the CT is stored, open DICOM, and within a second, the 3D CG is synthesized in real time. And you can adjust a cross section in real time, and you can adjust the 3D CG real time, also in real time, like this. And you can change the pivot of the rotation freely. So if we put the rotation pivot here and move cross section here, you can see there is a PDA, and the descending aorta comes from pulmonary artery instead of aorta. Yeah, and if you move the mouse like this, you can see the corresponding position of on the CT in real time, and can do vice versa. Yeah, something like that. And you can also calculate the 3D CG distance in real time, something like that. Yeah, all is done in real time. And sometimes, in some cases, doctors want to see this kind of cardiovascular organs and respiratory organs at the same time. So we can add another 3D CG and show two 3D CG conditions in real time. Yeah, something like this. And we can see this kind of 3D CG rendering, or yeah. And I'd like to show you another example. The CT of ear. This one, yeah, this one. There's ear here. And what I like to show you is that this, you can see the cochlear and semicircular canals in real time, something like this. But the most interesting point of this 3D CG is that if you adjust the slider, something like this, there are some structures here. Yeah. And I don't think it's noise. There is some structure here. So if you point out the 3D CG, the corresponding CT is shown. And this one, there is some stroke here. So this is definitely not noise. There is some structure here, but almost no doctors knows this, including radiologists. And actually, there is only one case report here. There is a subarcuate canal and artery here. And what I'd like to tell you here is that, of course, what is not shown in CT or MRI image can never be visible in a 3D CG. But there may be still many cases where you think something is not shown on a CT or MRI image. But when you look at the 3D CG image, you think there may be something. And when you look at the image again carefully, you find that it is exactly shown. Yeah, and this kind of finding is very, very important, I think, for clinical medicine. However, the biggest advantage of 3D CG is that 3D CG is not presented as true 3D. I mean, this is just a flat display. So the 3D CG I show you is not 3D CG. Actually, it's a two-dimensional 2D 3D CG. Yeah. However, some stereoscopic display is now available, at least in Japan, and in the I think it's available in also in the US and some Europe, yeah. And the one is Sony's one, a Japanese company, and the another is Ace, the Taiwan's company. And no need of a head-mounted display or special glasses, and 4K resolution, and this kind of display can show the stereoscopic view, and they have automatic eye tracking. Yeah, and this year the 27-inch version was released from Sony. And this is a case report published this year from the University of Tokyo Hospital using my software and the stereoscopic display. This is one congenital heart disease case, and this patient, for this patient, single ventricle repair was originally scheduled, but after observing the reconstructed 3D CG, the surgeon confirmed that biventricular repair is definitely possible instead of single ventricle repair, and as written here, the choice of biventricular repair instead of single ventricle repair would improve the prognosis by 20 to 30 years. So this patient might live 20 to 30 years longer by ventricular repair instead of single ventricle repair. So this indicates that this is just 3D CG, but 3D CG can change the life of patients, I think. Yeah, and one more thing is that as a medical doctor, we want to see the moving structure. So now I implemented the new feature this year. Now my software can import the 4D CT in real time. So in this case, the heart moves something like this, yeah, in real time. And actually, this is a dissection, Stanford B dissection here, and the flap moves. And this is the entry of the dissection. And when you look this from the backward, you can see the hole. This is the entry of the dissection here. Yeah. And another case is that this is also the heart, but this is mitral valves P2 prolapse here, and you can see you can of course see the structure from any angle and from any cross section, something like this. And if you import the following CT, something like this, you can see its movement of swallowing, something like this. Yeah. Everything is done in real time, something like this. Yeah. Yes, and please experience this true 3D on the actual device in the next room. Yeah. So the conclusion, what would change if existing medical image 3D CT reconstruction were made super fast and super high quality? My answer is the potential for new diagnostic methods, more detailed preoperative studies, and others is very, very high. And I hope real-time visualization can contribute to the future of telemedicine. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your very nice, very amazing system. So because of running time, but I'd like to invite some questions, very short question, or do you have any? Maybe not.
Yeah, I'll be in the next room all day, so yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Just no question. So I'm just curious. You were introduced to be a doctor.
Yes,
there's
yes.
a medical school, but you can do this kind of fantastic job. So I'm, just wonder what's your background? You just learn this kind of things all by yourself, or you have some engineering background and something like
By
that?
myself. Yeah, but when I was a child, I was studying programming. Yeah.
Right, that may be why.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, thank you very much for a nice question. Oh, Dr. Leo, do you want to say something? No. But yeah, now we are doing the educational program, combine the design and the medicine. And of course, the Srila have this kind of the very nice educational unit. But I personally think that he's a future doctor who have the also design or graphic skills. So thank you very much, Dr. Seo, for nice presentation. So next, I'd like to invite the Dr. Kinuko Nakayoshi. She's assistant professor, gastrointestinal surgeon. And there are very few female surgeons in Japan, and she's involved in gender equality in the surgical field. And she's also the member of TEMDEC, and she actually organized variety of the study conference in the surgical field. And today, she could introduce the one of the activity using the metaverse. So it's really very new system, and she's now trying to use, and of course we are supporting technically. So yeah, hope to have the good report. Okay, please.
Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate the chairman, Dr. Kudo and Professor Moriyama. I am Kiniko Nagayoshi. I'm a gastrointestinal surgeon working in the Kyushu University Hospital. So today, I'm going to talk about remote surgical education using Metaverse platform to enhance skills and social interaction among surgeons in Kyushu. I think that my work may be more practical and more familiar to doctors compared to the other presentations. We have no zero disclosure. And these are the contents in my presentation. We are still on the way, but I'd like to show you how we have developed our educational community connecting with Kyushu area and assess the feasibility of metaverse in surgical education. The reason I started our remote education was the coronavirus pandemic in 2022. When the pandemic started in Japan, the number of robotic gastrointestinal surgery has been increasing because of health insurance coverage. So we surgeons had to develop our robotic surgical skills as soon as possible. However, in 2020, there were limited hospitals that provided robotic surgery in Kyushu area. Also, there are only 6 instructors in rectal surgery in Kyushu. Due to the COVID-19, we lost chances to learn robotic surgery and the trauma restriction. Dr. Hashimoto indicated Japanese surgical trainees have less chance to receive out-hospital trainings in local area compared with in urban area. I agree that this kind of disparity still exists even in Japan. As I showed, the environment that can provide appropriate education was limited in Kyushu. When we want to have training in urban area, the travel cost and time should be considered every time. In addition, the pandemic took more chances away from us, so we had to take measures against this situation. During the pandemic, remote education has developed rapidly and contributed to medical education worldwide. At TEMDEC, the international department in a hospital has been actively engaged in remote medical consultation around the world and deepened cooperative relationship with medical professionals and engineers since its establishment. We have supported many remote educational programs, such as the international webinars, case conferences, and live demonstrations of advanced surgery and endoscopy. Telemedicine requires some technical preparations and skills, so we have enhanced technical support is important for stable management of telemedicine conferences. Regarding surgical skills, remote education was indicated to be equal to on-site education in value. It also helped to reduce educational disparity, for example, race, race, and gender. Therefore, we decided to start a remote video conference for surgical education in north area of Kyushu Island under the support by TEMDEC. Selection of conference tool is very important for education. Saga University suggested free manual annotation in movies enable us to learn surgical procedures effectively and intuitively. A few years ago, Zoom was insufficient for surgical teleconference because of imaging quality and video manual annotation. Therefore, we chose additional movie sharing system. It's JoinView. It provides synchronous sharing of movie and free annotation. And required data for video conference is showed in the slide. Using the join view, then we can share the synchronous movie And we can add the manual annotation during playing the movie without delay. That's how we start the remote education, named as Kyushu Advanced Surgical Skills Workshop. Our workshop is continuously held 3 times per year, and we provide a variety of contents, including lectures from experts. A lot of surgeons from around Kyushu Island participated in our workshop, and now we have achieved to connect surgeons in all Kyushu area. But we recognize the limitation of video conference as surgical education. Video conference has some problems such as poor immersive feeling, poor response from audience, and one-directional conversation. So instead of video conference, we have to explore more effective educational tool that implement space sharing, immersive feeling, and multi-directional conversation like on site. I think Metaverse has the key to solve this problem for development of remote surgical education. It gives us stimulation of smooth and variable communication, resulted in improvement of productivity. But in Japan, there are only 7.7% people who had experienced Metaverse in early 2023. It is easy understanding that most of Kyushu people have never experienced Metaverse. So we had to assess the educational platform suitable for Kyushu surgeons. There are the famous Metaverse platform for office work or conference. Each cost necessary equipment and my avatar is here. Firstly, we use the worker rooms produced by Meta. It was really good for interactive communication, but image quality during video conference is a little bit poor. So then we choose the Volvo platform and supported by Medtronic. This is my avatar in the Metaverse conference hall. When we see the monitor from the viewpoint of my avatar, we can see the monitor from the viewpoint of my avatar or zoom the monitor like this. With each pointers, manual annotation can be added in the monitor and in the movies. And this time, our topic was standardized procedure
してみます。ありがとうございます。
of rectal cancer surgery. We are presented by 3 different hospitals at the same time. Now we are discussing about how to make an appropriate
こ
surgical
の下
site.
側を持ってすごいこう理にかなってないから、上側を持って助手にこう引いてもらった方が角度としてやりやすいんじゃないかってことですよね。
おっしゃる通りです。
ここら辺をここら辺とか持った。確かにそれはあるかもしれない。すみません、あんまり
Assistants
それは試したことがありません。ちょっと今度やってみます。
like on site. Because of its realistic communication, most of the participants had a good impression on Metaverse conference.
要は
Next time,
クリックがちょっとヒヤッとするような
in the whole Kyushu area during our Metaverse
先生おっしゃる通りで、
two expert surgeons gave us their video
作りをしっ
lectures
かり
in
して結果
Tokyo
もちゃんと
and
出さ
from
ないとものすご
Nagasaki.
く危ないんですよね。血管の自由度をすごく上げて、で自分でいろんな角度を変えて助手にやりやすい角度で余裕を持たせて助手に打たない。この辺りからクリップはこちらに行くんですよね。この角度なんで。
Timeline,
角度が
copy, conversation, and annotation
ロボットでここは
is
クイッと曲が
virtually
るから、
non-existent.
ハサミで簡単に確保できるじゃない
So
ですか。
during the discussion,
力のクリッピングでもこれどう考えても不可能なんで、この症例ですね。 3番のハサミを抜いて、そこから
ありがとうございま
This
す。
lecture was shared from
これダブ
Nagasaki.
ルバイポーラーってことですね。
We can
ダ
clearly
ブルじゃないです。
one
左は
surgical movie without delay.
バイポーラーダブルっていうのはそれで
One advantage of Metaverse is
バイポーラーっていう
experience of all participants.
はい。ナイス、そんな感じ。
何ですか？
ゴリラシャで。
高速アプローチで
So
全部もう
even though we
回
are
転
far
と
away
同時
from
に
each
全部
other, we can
あ
share
あ、
the
その
same
話です
space
ね。ありがとうございます。
and
神戸の松田
interactive
先生がそれ
communication like this.
なんか十分いけるかなと思って、
いや、
そしたら
行こうと思ったらいけるんですけど、解剖学的なね、認識がずれるときが僕は怖くて、頭蓋外の中血中動脈ですり合わせをするようにしてます。
なるほど
っていうのも、
けど、馬場先生いかがですか？
And it can be utilized
はい、あり
to
がとうご
pass
ざい
on
ま
the
す。お時間いた
surgical
だき5分ぐらい
skills
少し
to many
お時間いただ
doctors,
ければと思います。
even
楽し
in
みです。
local areas, same
い
as
や、
by
そんなの
train.
じゃないんです。
なんでなんで
This is my final slide. The development of remote surgical education using Metaverse platform is expected to help our improvement. It can deepen not only our surgical skills, but also interaction among Kyushu surgeons. It has also potential for innovation of new technologies and the enhancement of the quality of remote education in the near future. Finally, I sincerely appreciate the surgeons in Kyushu for the cooperation. I'd like to express my gratitude to following expert surgeons and the staffs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Yeah, it's like the future communication using the avatars. So I'm myself, I'd like to ask you questions. So do you have any technical barrier to spread this kind of activity?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we don't feel the problem to distribute our works because the two big supporters we have. First one, the Telemedicine always support us to management of the technical issue. And the other one, the Medtronic staff always help us to distribute and introduce the application of the metaverse. Because the Medtronic is a famous company of the medical instrument, and they have many branches in Japan.
So do you think this kind of the on-site support from Medtronics is really important?
Yes, I think so.
I see. Okay. Any question? Do you have any question from comments? Okay, okay, please.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, very nice presentation. So now I'm just looking at how things are going to be in the future if we're going to use this. So does it mean that you will not invite us to Japan to come here for the conference anymore? We'll just use our own avatars for the metaverse. Because what I mean is, how do you now compare using the metaverse compared to the actual in terms of instructional and translational experience and outcome? Is it more effective now, or does it still that face-to-face is still more? Yeah.
Thank you for your question. I think both is important, and we continue to do the metaverse conference with the on-site conference. Still, yeah. Hybrid. Yeah, we sometimes have the conference hybrid. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much. Due to the time limitation, we conclude the session then. The presentation, and let's invite the final speaker. So final speaker is Associate Professor Tatsuro Kudo. He is a media artist and get the award of the artwork and domestic and international. And his specialty is 3D CG, such as projection mapping, virtual reality, or AI. And he's also associate professor in Kurume Institute of Technology. And we have many research collaboration, such as the development management system, or the entertainment activity using online technology in the COVID-19 pandemic. So today, he will present about his new project, collaborating with Telemedicine and the Oral Surgery Department in Kyushu University. So yes, floor is yours.
Thank you for your nice introduction, Professor Kudo. Very cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Tatsuo Kudo. I will start the presentation with the theme of an interactive 3D computer graphics visualization of speech organs for speech therapy education using MetaHuman. At first, let me introduce myself a little. Actually, I originally came from a design background at Kyushu University, Japan, and now specialize in XR, which is based on real-time 3D CG technology. XR stand for extended reality, which is a general term for technologies such as virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, shown here. I have used these technologies to create many art and entertainment works. These are some of my works. Farnet Works in the upper right is entertainment work that performed 7 times in Japan and abroad using Zoom in collaboration with Tamdek. Thank you very much. I'm very attached to it. Yeah. Please watch a 1-minute video showing some of my work. This work is called Innocence, and it is a virtual reality artwork that allows you to experience pulling out hairs on the real space. It is a bit creepy. This work is Firenet Works. It was an online fireworks display, and using Zoom, anyone could connect to. And everyone could have their face recognition by the AI to set off as a fireworks. This works is called Lurking, an augmented reality artwork. Images are projected to generate a mysterious space under the floor in the dimension from the viewpoint of the viewer. And this is a mixed reality work in progress. It is similar to the previous one. Presents a very realistic faceless person in 3-dimensional behind the life-size display. Okay. And now I would like to apply the 3D CG technology and content production skills to the medical field. Today's presentation is about the project as the first step. I'm very happy to collaborate with this field. Let's start with the background. It is estimated that there are approximately 800,000 people with dyslexia in Japan. Articulation training is conducted mainly in the period up to the early elementary school. As in the example in this image, speech therapists may show a picture and ask the patients to vocalize the name of object and explain how to move the tongue correctly and how to exhale. Then it is important for both therapist and patient to understand the complex shape and the movement of speech organs in the oral cavity during speech. However, since the inside of the mouth is hidden from the outside, it is difficult to convey the correct information. As mentioned before, therapists sometimes train using pictures and letters and the language cards during training. This is the language card. And left is the explain the mouth movement when pronouncing ta, and the right is for pronouncing ko. As you can see, the current educational material mainly uses 2D images. Since these materials cannot capture the three-dimensional movement of the real speech organs, like tongue, it is difficult to convey and understand what is actually happening in the mouth. On the other hand, the evolution of game engines has opened up the possibility of expressing the human body. MetaHuman technology is a highly motion controllable 3D virtual human body that can be customized and generated by the user. This platform could run in real time on Unreal Engine and also allow for very detailed facial motion as shown in the image on the right. We choose this technology to develop software that visualize three-dimensional movements in the mouse in real time. We believe this would accelerate understanding of speech organs. From here, I moved on the explanation of specific method. At first, in order to apply human motion during speech to MetaHuman, videos and audios were recorded. It was used as a master data for the MetaHuman animation. The figure on the left shows the arrangement of equipment. A camera captures a person's face during speech from the front and from diagonal angles. The microphone was placed in the front of the person. The target person were 10 healthy individuals, 4 males and 6 females. Their ages ranged from 24 to 44. Video and audio recordings were taken of the subject pronouncing ta, te, to, ata, ate, ato. These are words often used during basic articulation training. I will now outline the main parts of the visualizer system construction. At first, the speech animation applied to MetaHuman was created using Unreal Engine's sequencer and the control rig feature. As shown in the figure on the left, MetaHuman was placed on the scene and the values of the rig. This is facial rig. Rig is a control point of the 3D CG human. The values of the rig were changed while referring to the video, the left side. Animation were created by checking from the front and from the angle, just as a camera placement in real space. This is a screen that controls the animation blending of MetaHuman's body and face. The body animation is blended with the speech animation and then blended with the blink animation to create the final motion. On the right is the MetaHuman we created, assuming it is an elementary school student, and the final animation is applied to this MetaHuman. Then I created a UI on the left of the image to control the selection of language to be spoken by the MetaHumans, transparency display control, camera control, etc., and the completed prototype of the visualizer system. The system has a functionally described to the right, but the detail will be shown later in the video. The system was evaluated by 4 experts who watch a video of the system in action. 2 of the experts were speech pathologists and the 2 were dentists. I made a video summarizing a feature of visualization system. This is the my system, and there are 3 camera options. One that capture the entire body, one that capture the face, and one that capture the mouth. In the menu of the upper left corner, you can select the language in which the metahuman speaks and play it back. Seek playback allows you to check the shape of speech organs at any given time. Okay. In version 2, the left and right halves of the mouse have been made transparent, and the upper jaw has been highlighted, making it easier to see the contact points. In addition, articulate points and their flow are visualized with the particles. Yes. As a prototype, I also created a system that can be played back on the Sony SL display. SL display allows the naked eye to view metahuman and speech organs in the 3-dimensional form. That's all. Now, the result and the limitation are described here. At first, 4 experts gave us positive feedback about the system. For example, the system has the ability to observe tongue movement from various angles. It is clear representation of airflow. It is a usefulness in clinical practice with magnified image of the face and translucent oral cavity. The results indicate that the system has the potential to be used in clinical practice, as it is easier to understand the shape and movement of speech organs in oral cavity than existing educational materials. On the other hand, however, we found several problems. One is that experts' opinion reveals an important tongue shape which is currently difficult to reproduce in metahuman. For example, it is difficult to reproduce this rounded tongue shape. The second problem is the accuracy of the tongue and the facial surface movements, which are currently generated using video as a reference. The engineering and medical basis needs to be strengthened by reflecting measurement data from motion capture device or medical equipment. It is about the future development. First, to solve the 2 problems mentioned earlier, we have already built an experimental facility in which optical motion capture devices and equipment to detect tongue contact in motion. As the next step, we are going to build a model with more bones on the tongue for enhanced expressiveness, and are developing a system that will reflect these data. This will allow us to build a metahuman that perform medically accurate movements. In the more future, I'm sorry for late.
So sorry, yeah, it's not time. So
Okay, okay, then finish. Okay.
So yeah, thank you very much for your nice presentation, Dr. Kudo. And yeah, virtual human project. There was virtual human platform from all the days, but recent virtual human is really nice quality, but still it's not enough if we use it for the medical or some actual training. So any short question from the floor? Okay. So he also have the demonstration next room. So please visit and show the see the actual system. So we in this session we have three presenters, variety of presenter regarding the 3D CG field, and I also feel it's a really fantastic presentation. So please give us a big applause for the all presenters in this session, and let's conclude this session.